Hello and welcome to Today in the News on Vanguard Live. I am Precious Chukudi. We begin with the front pages of the papers, starting off with Vanguard. Vanguard is leading with a Plateau. Gunmen defy curfew, kill over 30 raze houses. The writer says a group alleges compromise by security agencies. Ending insecurity, our cardinal agenda, and that's come from Shetima. We can see a photo story showing ex-governor Obiano in court. On page 14, money laundering charge. Obiano pleads not guilty, gets bail. No plan to move federal capital to Lagos, and that's coming from Presidency. You can read that on page 9. Relief coming with more forex, reduced inflation, and that's coming from CBN NESG. And on page 25 and 12, we have a Edo governorship poll. Iodalo vows to tackle poverty. Others, Ize Yamo Imuse join race. Stories above. Price of rice up 81% in 1 year. Onions rise to 123%. Roads, federal government meets Elumelu Dangote orders on PPP. Mainstream takeover $1.3 billion Zungeru power plant. Federal government revenue trapped in commercial bank, and that's come from Ramfac. Nasarawa air strike. Victims still awaiting justice 1 year after, and that's coming from Amnesty International. Lastly, on the front page of Vanguard, we have Aida Tiwa picks deputy sacks cabinet. We take a look at the Nation newspaper. The Nation is leading with CBN battling to restore Naira to its real value, says Cardoso. The writer says currency undervalued, refinery stake off will crash petrol prices, and how to make not secure by leaders. The writer says ending insecurity, our goal, says Shetima. Abdusalami Sultan Ogbe governor suggests way out. Court rejects a suit seeking to stop 16 Plateau APC lawmakers' inaugurations. Stories above. Aida Tiwa picks deputy governor, sacks ex-school. Government House Chapel Row. Obaseki slams Shraibu. FIRS gets a 19.4 trillion naira revenue target. Federal government eyes a 77% IGL rise. Afenifere scraps Debanjo's acting leader position. We'll take a look at the Guardian newspaper. The Guardian is leading with 1999 Constitution wear and tear. Endless reviews, amendments cost the National Assembly 1 billion naira yearly. You can read that on page 6. And of course, an infographic showing constitutional amendments, time to revamp Nigeria's criminal justice system, and that's coming from the editorial page on the Guardian newspaper. Abubakar Shetima profiles solutions to insecurity. CBN targets a 21.4% inflation, says Naira is undervalued. Afenifere sacks Adebanjo as acting leader, abrogates the deputy leader position. Aida Tiwa jeers up for global race, nominates Akeredolu's kinsman as a deputy. 30 people killed in Plateau amidst a curfew imposed on Mango Council. Special Economic Zone attracts over $66 billion FDIs, 620 billion domestic investments. Alright, we'll take a look at the Punch newspaper. The Punch is leading with forex scandal. EFCC probes $347 billion funds, summons foreign firms. The writer says industrial companies, banks get lion's share under Emefiele. Social services receive least forest allocation. Anti-corruption agency deepens a foreign scandal probe. Detectives may grill 5 companies next week. 4 billion naira theft. The EFCC lines up 15 witnesses against Obiano. Afenifere demands the state police scraps Adebanjo's leadership title. 10 Ibadan explosion victims still missing. Residents Association. Ondo Assembly screens a new deputy governor as Aida Tiwa sacks cabinet. Stories above. PDP Labour Party asks questions on Tinubu's France private visit. FIRS projects 19 trillion naira revenue in 2024. And lastly, on the front page of the Punch newspaper, CBN fan relocation, Presidency orders tackle Ndume. And that's all we can take on the front pages of the papers. Join us after the break. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. If you're just joining still today in the news on Vanguard Life, I am Precious Chukudi. And I'm joining to talk about some of the stories on the front pages of the paper is Mr. Oludari Mayowa, publisher of Global Financial Digest. It's good to have you join me this morning, sir.
Thank you for having me today. Good morning.
Alright, let's delve in. And of course, over 30 persons were killed and several houses destroyed yesterday as gunmen defied the 24-hour curfew imposed on Mangu local government area by the Plateau state government. What's your take on this situation?
Thank you very much. The Plateau issue is a very sad commentary. I've visited Jos and that area in 10 past, and it was used to be a very peaceful environment, very attractive to tourists all over the world. Unfortunately, crisis has ruined all those potentials in that state and in that particular area. And this speaks to failure of government in the sense of it. Because I don't understand how a 24 hours coffee will be declared, which means that there should be no movement, and some people will be able to move en masse to go attack a particular location when that's setting. Then it speaks volume of the competence of the commander of the security agent all around that place. And I think the government to sit up if there's no really agenda. It's very sad because when you look at some of those things that happen there, these have been going on for too long, and they're not killing 2 people, 3 people. They're not killing chickens. They're killing human beings and destroying properties. And if government is not up to that responsibility, because that's one of the responsibilities of government is to protect lives and property, and they are not doing that, that says something about their failure in performing one of their responsibilities as they were elected to power. So I think the government, the security agents, they need to really rise up to the occasion, especially when people are already accusing them of compromise or siding with the suspected attacker of the people of Plateau. So the military hierarchy need to debunk this, need to up their game, need to ensure that they secure that those environment and secure the people so that everyone will live in peace and then the product. Don't forget that Plateau is called the food basket of Nigeria. There are vast farmland in that place, and if you are destroying villages, you are destroying people, they won't be able to engage in productivities. And what do you expect when people cannot fend for themselves? They resort to crime, and we should not allow to get to that level.
What exactly is our problem? Is it intelligence gathering? And also, what steps do you think that we need to take in terms of improving and making it world class and giving the enemies attacking us on all sides?
Unfortunately, the issue of attack in Benue, in Plateau, goes beyond local crisis. It's about some people to grab land for the grazing of their cattle, and that has been a very historical and has become a very established reason for those attacks. And government knows this. People in government, they are aware of this. It's a plan to develop the willpower to resolve the issue. What we need to do is that when you allow the foreign mercenaries from the neighboring country to infiltrate the country and to join the local bandits to attack your people, and you cannot do anything about it because of local politics, then is something to be afraid of in the sense of it. It's not like government don't know what they need to do. It's not like the security doesn't know what they need to do to curb this. But I think it's the willpower, it's political willpower to actually enforce this, to ensure that we need this in the board. We have fighter jets, we have air force, we have drones that can actually pinpoint the area of attack and the source of attack. People cannot just come from the interior, they come from a particular places where they migrated from to attack these people and return to that place. So this is very known to the security agency. Is it are they coming from Benue? Are they coming from the neighboring states? What are the routes they follow to attack that place? These are known to government. And why are they not doing anything to block those areas? It means that something is wrong somewhere there. And the government, what you need to employ the federal government, because the only federal government that can tackle this issue. State government doesn't have the power of to possess gun, to employ security, to protect the people. So the onus is upon the federal government, the president, to live up to his responsibility as the father of all and ensure that regardless of what the political leaning, to ensure that that crisis is nipped in the bud. We Nigeria have suffered so much, And you can find out that those parties are coming down south. If you don't need them, they get the boldness, they got the courage to expand their territory and to not go well for the peace and stability of Nigeria, really.
All right. Speaking about security agencies, do you think that the leadership of the security agencies are like bereft of ideas?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. We are one of the well-trained armed forces in the whole of Africa. We have people who are intelligent, who are well-trained, who are well-educated. And in the last couple of years, there have been improvement in their equipment, in their purchase. So we have spent billions of naira and dollars to equip the military. So I'm not sure they are believe for idea. I think it's a political will, really. Don't forget too that in the last couple of years, we have had repentant Boko who have been radicalized, and some of them have found their way to the military. And these are the same people that were killing people. And some of these bodies have found their way to the military. They have found their way to the police force. They have found the armed forces. So you cannot rule out of the fact that some of these who have found their way into the security forces are laboring and abetting the crime. They are the same people, because it's very easy, very challenging for the enemy to infiltrate your rank, to plant their people in the rank, and so that they can encourage is for them to look away. So it's I'm sure the hierarchy knows about this thing, and they need to up their game. Where is DSS? They are supposed to be, these are probably at their forte to tap into intelligence to ensure that this thing is not allowed to happen, because they have already nipped it in the bud. What are you doing? So I'm sure it's cut across the security agencies across the country, and there are people who are sympathy for this killer, who are sympathy for these people who are want to grab the lands and to possess it, to expand their territory. I know some of those who are probably sympathetic to all this, but they won't do anything. And that's what the government need to find out and investigate what is really wrong. It's not that we don't have the capacity. We have the capacity to fight this battle. But unfortunately, we don't have the political will to resolve the issue.
All right, we keep talking about the review of security strategies and, to stem the tides of insecurity, and yet there are failures to effectively address the situation. What exactly do you think we should really be looking at?
In all over the world, look at what happened to Israel in October 7 last year, where the Hamas successfully infiltrated them and killed over 1,000 Israelis. Mossad was the most potent intelligence in the world, yet they were not able to understand. Make that in the ball, because they are not able to detect intelligence that led to that. But the Israeli government has risen to the occasion immediately and to attack the base, and they are keep pushing to the base of Hamas, who suspected that they carry out those attacks in their territory. Sometimes there could be a breach in terms of security, there could be a failure of intelligence to do the right thing. But what happens is that the government to rise up to the occasion and ensure that if we made the attack occur, what government will need to move in and ensure they secure the territory and ensure they hunt down those attackers. That's what Israel is doing in Palestine, for example. They are doing in Gaza today. Yes, there was failure of intelligence, they are able to infiltrate them, but they quickly cover the ground and they are able to attack those who have the attacker and secure their territory. That's exactly what we expect Nigeria to do. Government, that was it has to do with is a local politics, a politics of tribes, a politics of regional, a politics of ethnicity. That's exactly what is happening in that place. And government, I'm sure government are aware of it. Of course, they don't have the political way because of election, because of votes, because of all this kind of support and the rest. That's why they probably some of them are clean there. They prefer to have lives wasted than them losing election. That's why you see talking on mission of people when they don't vote. So it could be the same thing. That they prefer, okay, few people can be wasted as long as we look at that, as long as I can get the vote for this particular section of the country. And that's why the president need to rise up to the occasion and ensure that regardless of what, that is not about winning election. That is about performing and leaving a legacy. And the president is able to ensure that he write his name in a sort of time, that during his time he was able to successfully nip in the bud the insecurity in this country and live a peaceful nation regardless of what comes the next election. That's what we need to see. It's not that they don't know. It's not that they don't have the capacity. So that they have the way we there to fight this battle. I think is a political will on the part of our leaders to ensure the right thing.
All right, moving on, the CBN and the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, NESG, along with all the economic experts, have indicated that the Nigeria's economy will achieve some stability, leading to a reduction in inflation rate, unemployment, and poverty. How do you react to this news?
Yeah, maybe they are looking at the data, maybe they are looking at the trends. Yeah, they may be right in some sense because now we have had stability in the oil industry so far. We have stability in pricing. It has been ranging between $70 to $80 per barrel. So probably they are looking at that forecast to say, okay, when we end enough foreign exchange, we have to stabilize the foreign exchange market. We do have enough resources, government revenue, and able to do a number of things. But the other leg of the projection. Insecurity is a major threat to inflation. The major contributor to inflation in this country today is the food inflation. And the reason why we have food shortage in this country is because of the banditry, because of this attack you are seeing in Plateau, because of the kidnapping, and many people are not going back to their farm. And the government is not doing anything about insecurity. Inflation may not come down as the CBN and NESG as projected, because as long as farmers cannot go back to their farm with security,